Good afternoon, soccer fans. We welcome you to Heartland Farms Field here in Amherst for this matchup in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Midwestern Wisconsin Conference. I will slowly get these ones right as the years go on. It is the battle for second place right now. It is the Amherst Falcons at 11-2. They're in third place overall in the conference with their 7-2 conference record. They're taking on the 8-2 in conference, 9-6 overall Ramblers of Regis. My name is Mike Wendland. Katie elected on production this afternoon here for Zaleski Sports on a pretty warm Friday afternoon. Part of our 3 straight days of Amherst Falcon athletics here on Zaleski Sports. Of course, we'll be back on the baseball diamond tomorrow. But right now, we turn it the other direction, over toward soccer between these two teams. Both played yesterday as well. Both were involved in games that involved 7 goals. For the Amherst Falcons, they won 7-1 over Melrose Mindoro. For Regis, they lost 7-0 to the first place and undefeated Assumption Royals, who have taken down both of their biggest competition in the conference this week. They took down Amherst 3-1 earlier this week in a very good game over in Wisconsin Rapids. Those two teams will meet again next Friday night on this field, in which could be, if Amherst can get a win here, potential conference championship clash. Amherst can try and clinch a share. Assumption could try and win it outright after they swept Regis this year. So Amherst, a win here is huge for keeping conference championship hopes alive. Assumption rooting for Regis today to try and make their path a little bit closer to getting that outright conference championship here in 2022. Both teams getting their final words of encouragement. Coach Bill Speed, of course, for the Falcons. Scott Hoffman doing the coaching for Regis. Again, Regis 9-6, 8-2 in the Midwestern Wisconsin Conference. Amherst 11-2 overall, 7-2 in conference play. Only losses were to Assumption, and then earlier this year they lost a 1-goal game to Regis, 3-2. So that being said, as we get, again, the final words of encouragement, waiting for the referees to bring out the players for the starting lineup so we get set for this one. It's going to be a great day. A couple clouds in the sky, but not too much, as we take a quick look at our weather as well here on this Friday afternoon. I don't think it's going to be quite like yesterday, but it's not too far off. Currently 89 degrees. Heat index still about 89 right now. And then over the next couple of hours, as we get set for this one again, 80 minutes of game time, it'll be around 83 or so by the time the game ends. About a 50-50 chance of rain later on toward the end of the game, so we'll see if that comes through or not. But the forecast has been changing rapidly as far as precipitation goes over the past week as what will happen as the teams head towards center. And we'll get set for this one. So that being said, let's take a look at our starting lineups. And we'll start with Regis. We'll start with their senior class that are starting. There's 4 of them. Number 15, forward Allison Haig. Wearing number 3, a forward, Samantha Schaefer. On defense, number 18, Abigail Erickson. On defense, number 4, Amber Adams. A junior on defense, number 9, Rowan Webster. Defense midfield, junior number 30, Mason Cullinan. A midfield forward, a junior number 12, Lexi Riddenauer. A sophomore midfield forward, number 13, Colleen Callahan. At midfield, a sophomore number 20, Annabelle Schroeder, as we will now actually step aside for our national anthem.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children, to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggleworms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Back here at Heartland Farms Field again. Now let's take another look once again at your starting lineups. We will start for, again, Regis Allison Haig, number 15. Samantha Schaefer, number 3. Abigail Erickson, number 18. Amber Adams, wearing number 4. Rowan Webster, number 9. Mason Cullinan, number 30. Lexi Ridenour, number 12. Colleen Callahan, number 13. Annabelle Schrader, number 20. Tessa Roach, number 2. She'll be in net. And Maddie Albright, number 11. Again, Regis 9-6, 8-2 overall in conference play. Ramblers in their white uniforms, green numbers and lettering. And now the Amherst Falcons in their blue jerseys, white lettering and numbers. A senior, number 2, Alexa Schulfer. A senior, number 3, Hannah Wall. A senior, number 4, Dylan Werachowski. A junior, number 5, Jenna Pinter. A senior, number 7, Lily Barthel. A sophomore, number 8, Leah Peterson. Number 9, sophomore, Paige Bird. Number 10, sophomore, Sage Peterson. Sophomore, number 11, Jen Ammernick. Senior, Alyssa Tapp, number 16. And in net, number 1, sophomore, Ella Miller. Again, Bill Spees coaching the Falcons. Scott Hoffman coaching the Ramblers. Amherst 11-2, 7-2 overall. However, they have been just about unbeatable on this field. Their only 2 losses on the road in close games in Wisconsin Rapids and in Eau Claire against Assumption and Regis, respectively. They routinely, on this field, have put up 6, 7, up to 9 goals in games on this field. They are very comfortable here at Heartland Farms Field. As we'll get set for this one, the Falcons and the Ramblers. In the battle for second place in the conference, and a chance to keep, for Regis, slimmer conference hopes, as they had gotten swept by Assumption. For Amherst, a chance to keep conference hopes alive at least until next Friday against the Royals. And the story in that as well is going to be a couple of young goaltenders. Tessa Roach, the freshman, and Ella Miller, the sophomore for the Falcons. Both will be in yellow jerseys. So we get final words from each coach. And we thank you for joining us on a toasty Friday. Here in Amherst. Wind blowing us slightly, not much, left to right. But the breeze was good. There will be a brief break. It'll be a running clock during the first half. And they might do the second half as well, just to let these players get water. As again, after 2 weeks ago, it was in the 40s. Now we're approaching 90. It's quite the change for athletes in every sport. So they're going to give a brief water break to both teams, as looks like Regis is going to start with it. They will go left to right as you look at your screen. Amherst right to left, as Samantha Schaefer will kick it off. Waiting for a word from the official. He's going to get his watch timed up. Both keepers on their goal lines, and we're underway. And Regis will just play it back to their back line. Amherst stepping up, though, trying to get through quickly. That's going to be Knocked down and played over, but taken by Leah Peterson. Over to Sage Peterson. Sage trying to keep it in play. Tries to get it through. She does to Schofer. Schofer, right side of the box. Knocked out of bounds, but she keeps it. Almost knocked out, but she keeps it in. Knocked out there. Throw in Falcons near the corner. Turnover was forced off by Annabelle Schrader. Throw in goes over to Alyssa Tapp. She'll knock it down, but she'll lose control and is taken there by the Ramblers going the other way. Pinter beat by a step, trying to play it through, and they do. Over to Schaefer. Sliding across, though, but the first jump there from Paige Bird got there through, but she gets knocked off of the ball by Colleen Callahan. Now Leah Peterson gets over to Tapp. Lobbing to the right side to Sage Peterson, flying up that right wing. Stop and start move, looking to get it sent through. Toward the net, but that's going to be stopped and picked up by Tessa Roach. About a minute plus into the game. Goal kick popped well up over to Pinter. That's going to be picked off, though, by Samantha Schaefer, the senior. Trying to send it through. That's going to be too long. Knocked out of bounds. Throw in for the Falcons. Trying to connect with Lexi Ridenour. Quick throw in up that sideline. Still kept in. And then a launch over the top, but too long. It'll be scooped up by Roach. And Falcons always looking to attack. A very aggressive team. Played a little more defensive style against Assumption, which you kind of have to against a team like the Royals with their speed. But for the most part, Amherst usually the aggressor and always trying to look for an attack. That's knocked out of bounds. And it'll go to Regis. Throwing over to Schaefer, bouncing off of her shoulder. Hannah Wall defending her. Nice pass through, now Schrader. She's got a look. Slides in, shot, goal. Regis strikes first, 2:15 in by Annabelle Schrader.
First goal was made by the Regis Ramblers.
So Regis with Schrader.
The goal was made by Samantha Schrader.
Annabelle Schrader. So Annabelle Schrader gets the goal at 2:15, and defense got caught up trying to pinch, and we're back underway. So the Falcons, I think for the first time on this home field, at least that I've seen this year, are playing from behind. It's Tapp trying to set up a run for Sage Peterson. That's too far. It'll go toward the Ramblers. As they'll go and chase that one down, and as they do that, we're going to have a quick word from our friends over at Fleet Farm. So head on into Fleet Farm during their spring yard prep event to pick up everything you need for lawn, garden, and patio. Save on fertilizers, lawn equipment, patio furniture, grills, and more. That's all at Fleet Farm. They proudly served the Midwest since 1955. Throw in further up the field this time for the Ramblers. They'll play it up the sideline, knocked down there though, but sent through in, and that's going to slowly roll out toward the Falcon bench. Dylan Warachowski will fire it in, but that's again knocked down by a Rambler. Battle for it on the defensive side of the field is a whistle, and I think they're going to call a foul on Leah Peterson for the takedown, and there's going to be a free kick for Regis. Big early chance for the Ramblers trying to make it 2. They scored at 2:15. They'll be knocked down, and now Amherst trying to move up with it. Sage Peterson battling for it, knocked out of bounds, last touch off of the foot of one of the Regis strikers, and now Tapp. Good move by Alyssa Tapp trying to break free of Allison Hagg. But her pass goes a bit long, looking for Peterson, knocked down there and out of bounds. Ramblers get the throw-in. Amherst trying to step up, but Tapp will just play it back to her back line, where Chowski trying to slide to an open spot. But a miss hit there. Now Pinter. Over to Tapp. Trying to get a run for Barthel. Barthel gets position with the left foot. Save made right on the goal line. Good save by Roach. Really good defense as well, preventing Barthel from getting a really great look at that. That play was made by Mason Cullinan. Now Peterson. Leah will play it back to Wierchowski, right back to Leah, give and go. She'll try and spin her way around, stop and start. Still trying to get free off around Schrader, but it's really well played by Annabelle Schrader. That one knocked down by Haig, and now Amherst trying to get right back, but again, a bit too long. That's off of Haig. Trying to set up run, Cullinan though. Bodies up Barthel. Now, a turnover. Pinter, she has her pocket picked, and now Schrader has her pass blocked by Hannah Wall, but right back up. Another look for Regis, trying to shoot in. That's going to go off the post, and then just cleared back out toward the top of the box. Shot that time from Callahan. Now Paige Bird. Knocked down and plays back to Leah Peterson, more of a defensive mid right now. Sliding through over to Schaefer, looking for a cross. Off the head of Omernick. Omernick and Peterson trying to team up. Regis, so right now, controlling possession very well. Wall goes right to left, slides it across, give and go with Pinter, but then turned over. Back toward the top of the box, spinning shot, scooped up on a couple of hops by Miller. Just over 6 minutes gone by, 1-0 Ramblers. Not many stoppages right now, so they play it through. Omernick will just slide it over to the sideline. After Schaefer was on a run, it'll go out of bounds. A throw in for the Ramblers. 6.5 in. Good move, slide through, looking to center it. But again, Wall just sends it right back out of the box. Haig trying to get through, and that's knocked out of bounds by Tapp. As usually in these games early on, the field's tilted toward Amherst. Right now, Regis really controlling possession and the pace of this game. As Tapp trying to step forward, she loses it. It's going to roll too far for the Ramblers, though, trying to hit the pass on that left side. Amherst will get the throw in. Again, your two primary forwards right now, Barthel and Schulfer. Bird will make a run as well. As Lilly trying to step through. That's knocked down and almost off our official. Schrader flying into the box. Stepping through. Wall stayed with her and prevents an easy look right now, but now it looks like we can get close to another shot attempt. Not there. And a really good play there as Barthel, big time contact over top of the box, cleared off toward the right side, and Sage Peterson will just roll it over to Schulfer. Lexa's pass goes too far behind, but slowed down there by Leah Peterson. Give and go with Wierchowski, and Leah has it back now, right side, trying to slide it through. Schulfer trying to go up that right wing. That's going to be picked off. Now Peterson. Ball knocked down, cleared out, back to Tapp. Tapp just slows it down, and now Regis trying to turn it right back. Wierchowski will have a roll out of bounds to Amherst. Leah Pearson settles things down, over across to Pinter. Back to Wall, her clearing attempt blocked. Omernick now. Rolling through. Schrader. As Tapp will team up with Pinter, pick that one off on the run. Now Barthel. Lilly trying to get free. Good defense there. And chased down and knocked away by Amber Adams. There's another one knocked around. Bird. Barthel with a box out and gets it back. Plays it over to Tapp. Tapp trying to spin one into the box. Swing and a miss there. Regis clears it back out. Amherst with their best sustained pressure so far, and they'll get the throw in on the far side. And no surprises, it's being keyed by the senior Lily Barthel. who has been dominant on this home field herself. 8 goals last 3 times I've been here doing covering games. There's another one knocked out of bounds for the Falcons. She had the tally against Assumption. One of the few times that teams have actually scored on the Royals. Cleared all the way back down and out into the Rambler bench. We're 10 minutes in. Knocked down off the elbow of Sage Peterson, but picked off by the Ramblers. Stepping up. Got a big-time collision that time. And trying to get to Schulfer. Takes a bounce for the Falcons, but then that's knocked away and taken by the Ramblers. Trying to play forward, but picked off. Into the box it goes. Shot blocked. Tap. Trying to get her right foot free. She's getting knocked off the ball. And it'll be taken going the other way for Ridenour, and that's out of bounds. Throw in for Regis. And a very physical game. We saw Mosinee was pretty physical as well. They came to town. See how the Falcons adjust as the game goes on. And out of bounds, Regis the throw-in. One nothing Ramblers, the goal by Annabelle Schrader at just over 2 minutes. There's one still free on that right side. Schulfer keeps it in play. It plays back, but Ramblers getting back defensively, and they'll just roll it out of bounds. Falcons will get the throw-in. Neither team making a sub yet. Schulfer plays it back. Pinter. Good move now to Barthel, looking for a low shot. It's going to be rolling wide, and it's going to be scooped up there by Tessa Roach. Roach's goal kick is going to be popped up. Knocked off the heel of Paige Birdsfoot. Over to Wall. She'll just clear it out towards center, but stepping up is Adams. Wierchowski, though, bobbles it. Schaefer tried to get free. Now Schrader is going to send it over the top, trying to get a run. Amernick, though, got through there, and will just clear it out wide out. Now Wall covering for Amernick in that center defense. And Hannah will just slide it out. We'll get a throw in. And we'll get our first sub of the afternoon. And as we're going to do that, we're going to send a big thank you out quickly to our game day sponsors today. A.J. Hawley & Sons, Amherst Family Foods, H.O. Molding, Northwind Solar, Amherst International Bank, OK Hardware, and Amherst Telephone. The throw-in goes in, but again, stepping up, Sage Peterson. And Wall will send it back. That's going to be deflected off of a Rambler foot going to the Falcons. Over to Tap. Trying to get that right side off of Peterson. It gets deflected off of her leg and out of bounds. Good heads-up play by the Rambler defense there. And then throw in. Knocked down. Now they'll get it to Barthel. Trying to free up a run. Schulfer. Outrun to it by Amber Adams. But Alexa battling for it. It's going to roll out of bounds. To Regis. Throwing up that far sideline. Headed out of bounds. Falcons get a throw in now. So we'll have a sub coming in next time. Regis gets the whistle. So Tap. Trying to get through over to Barthel. She pops it up into the box. That's going to roll wide and out. We'll get a goal kick, and as we do that, we're going to take a brief timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Blake from Mobile Ink. I can tint your car, truck, or SUV. I even tint windshields with a film you can't see, but will reduce heat and glare by 43%. We've all seen those do-it-yourself tint jobs that turn purple and start bubbling all over. Not my work. Everything gets tinted by me and inspected before it rolls out the door, including a lifetime warranty. Call Blake at Mobile Ink to schedule your appointment today. 715-424-5432.
14 and a half minutes gone by. 1-0 lead for the Ramblers. As after the goal kick, Amherst trying to step up. Pinter rolls it to the near sideline, but it's going to be chased down there by Mason Cullinan. She'll roll it up toward midfield. Good clear there, looking over the top, trying to get a run. Now Dylan Werachowski trying to roll it through. That's picked off there by Colleen Callahan. Callahan chases it back after a couple deflections. Now Pinter trying to roll it through. That's picked off by Schrader. Annabelle Schrader, who's got the goal, has it go off of a teammate's back of the leg and then over to the left side. In the game, Allie Ferguson, number 5, and she'll have it deflect off her and out of bounds. 15 and a half minutes gone by. Amherst with really one shot on net. And now Pinter, it's over to Lily Barthel. Trying to get through. That's deflected. Was trying to free up Scholler for potential break. And now Peterson, Sage, rolls it in play up that far side. And then Tap trying to get position and boxing out Ferguson. Now just tipping in and trying to get it all the way through, but again deflected out by the Ramblers. Ramblers pretty sound fundamental game is where Chowski has a goal by her, but she'll slow things down, keep it in play far sideline, still going. Now Leah Peterson trying to get it to Scholler. And Roach is going to get there just before Scholler. Aggressive play by the freshman netminder, but it's successful. Could have been if Schoffer's a half step quicker, that's either she can get a good look or it can be a pass across and a potential tap in for Barthel. Give and go to Bird. Paige Bird. Left-footed shot, tipped in wide. And it's going to be deflected by Regis. We'll get a corner taken by Jenna Pinter on that near sideline. High spin, top of the box, off of a couple of heads. Cleared all the way back and out. Hannah Wall will chase it back down to about the 30. Playing it over to Tap. Now back to Leah Peterson. Sliding through to Barthel. Over to Schofer off of her hip. Now back to Schofer. Low shot. Will be scooped up by Roach. Again, good pressure this last couple of minutes for the Falcons. Trying to spin momentum back on their side. Down 1. A miss hit on the goal kick will take a huge bounce out of bounds. So Hannah Wall will throw it in. And she'll launch it over toward Barthel. Knocked down there by Cullinan. Good pass across to Bird, but Bird had to settle it down, and that allowed the defense to close and try and stop it there. But Barthel chasing it back down left side. Goes back to the right foot. That's deflected. And that's knocked out of bounds. Again, throw in. Over toward the box. Schofer tried to box out. Over to Barthel. Cleared back out. Schrader tried to chase it down. Leah Peterson, though, beats her to it. To Peterson. Slowing it down into the corner. And just shy of the flag, it'll be a throw-in. With 18 and a half gone by. Falcons getting a little bit of a sustained look here. But the throw-in knocked down there, and Leah Peterson has it deflect out of play. It's going to go the other way for Regis. And actually, no, they give it to Amherst. So officials overruling each other. Now throw-in going toward Tap. Tap has a bobble, and it takes a bad bounce and then cleared back towards center, but scooping up over there. They were trying to hit Ridenour. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ferguson. 19 and a half now. Approaching the quarter mark of this game. Knocked down there. Schrader trying to get a run. Ridnour going with Omernick. Great play, Jen Omernick. And she'll just slide it out on the far side. It looked like for a second Ridnour had a step, but the closing speed of the sophomore, exceptional. Nice move by Dylan Wierchowski. Rolling it through, trying to hit tap, not there. It goes out of bounds. We hit the 20-minute mark. Falcons have it launched over. And we're going to get the designated break. It's a running clock. We'll have the water break, so we're going to take a timeout. We'll hear a couple of our great sponsors as you're watching Falcon Soccer on Zaleski Sports.
Don't let pain or mobility issues keep you from enjoying life. Let our physical therapy doctors and our staff at Roberts Physical Therapy help you recover your ability to move easily and live.
21 minutes in, again, both teams getting a designated break again after dealing with 40 degrees and occasionally snow during most of April with playing through this and rain and high winds that made it awfully chilly, and a lot of players in stocking caps and gloves and long pants. We go to the mid-80s, 90 plus yesterday, approaching 90 today. So the officials made the decision pre-game that we'll keep the clock running, but at the 20-minute mark, they're going to give each team, both teams, I should say, a water break to just make sure everyone was hydrated. And it's a very good idea for player safety on a day like this when the teams are not used to this weather yet here in 2022. So that being said, though, before we get ready to resume play, a quick reminder as well, especially on this Friday night, that for the best fish fry around, make it Silver Lake Lanes in Scandinavia. There's family fun on the bowling lanes, along with great food, and all under one roof. And take it from experience as someone who has spent quite a bit of time there over my lifetime. They're absolutely right. It is a very great place to go. Great bowling, some great people there who can help teach you if you want to learn how to bowl, how to throw a hook, stuff like that. As we get set to resume play here. It will belong to Regis when play does resume, as we're 22 and a half minutes in. Again, the one goal that was scored at 2:15 by Annabelle Schrader. She faked out Miller like she was going to try and go to the far side post, but then she went. Then when Miller committed to that, she went short side and just slid it past a lunging Miller. And that was the lone tally of this one so far. We got 17 minutes left in the half. As Miller will walk back toward her goal line. Roach over on her goal line already. And we're back underway. Throw in by Regis, knocked down. And it stays with the Ramblers a little bit further ahead, knocked down by Peterson. And that one fired through. Dylan Wierchowski. Good defense there, trying to get it free to tap, and now Alyssa just tips it across to Sage Peterson, trying to get a run by Schofer, but that's knocked down there by Amber Adams. Adams showing position, free on the sideline still, and then Adams has it knocked down and then eventually knocked out of bounds toward the Falcons. Falcons trying to get that tying goal. Had a couple of looks. Bartlett had a couple of nice shots. Bird has had a look. But Ramblers have done enough getting back to make it a more difficult shot. And it had, outside of a couple, haven't been really too many clean looks at Roach. But now Leah Peterson. Great moves to get free, trying to set up a cross. High arching cross. And it's going to be knocked down and caught by Roach. They're trying to get it to Barthel. But Roach cut in front. And she'll fire way over towards Schrader. Wall stepping up. But now Annabelle Schrader. Hit to an open spot. Gets it across to Callahan. Wall chasing her down. Trying to free. Oh, it shows a shoulder. I think they called it offside. They call the foul. And that'll bring up looks like a free kick. Just before the box. So there's a big spot here. Free kick's going to be taken by Colleen Callahan. And 2 more yards forward, it would have been a penalty kick. But now a big chance. Amherst forms their wall. Miller behind. The shot knocked away and scooped up. Good positioning there by the Falcons. They went around the wall, but Pinter was there behind it off to the side and deflected it right into the waiting arms of Ella Miller. Now over the top. There's one that's mishit out of bounds by the defense, Abigail Erickson. And we'll get a throw in for Pinter. Thrown over the top, looking for Bird, and that's knocked down. As Paige Bird trying to go across, and it gets over to Sage Peterson. Sage is shot high and just over the crossbar and out. We'll get a goal kick. As we get this goal kick lined up, we're going to take one more quick break. We're back in 30 seconds with more first half action from Amherst.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Ball ping-pongs around. Now tap over to Pinter. Pinter slides it across to Alyssa Tapp. She can try and step into one. High shot, looping over, and that's going to go wide. We'll get another goal kick. But the Falcons starting to get some good pressure now, starting to turn the field a little bit in their favor. As we'll get a sub in. Ferguson will head to the bench for Regis. Amherst has not made a change yet. As Tessa Roach, who's been busy the past 5 or 6 minutes now, will set up the goal kick. 27 and change gone by. Again, a 1-0 lead for Regis. That was scored just 2 minutes in. On a break away from Schrader, who has it now. Going to her right, she gets the angle and gets by Wall. Up that right sideline. Wall using her 6'1" frame, trying to chase it down, and she does. Really good play, Hannah Wall. But still battling. Schrader gets free again. Looking for a cross. To the backside of the box. Still loose. And just rolled back out by Bird. Now Tap going the other way. She gets it taken. Schrader trying to get free. Omerick with her there. Jen trying to spin to her right. She does to Werechowski in the box. But her attempt knocked down. Peterson steps through. That's off the back of Schrader. Really good pressure, and that one's going to roll wide and past the goal line. We'll get a goal kick for Miller. And we'll get a sub in for the Ramblers, but that was quite the possession for the Ramblers. Got a couple of really good looks, good chase downs from Amernick and Wall. And the Falcons survive to keep the deficit at 1. The goal kick. Taken by Tap, played back to center. Schulfer trying to hit the open spot, but hustling all the way back there. Number 11, Maddie Albright. The freshman battling with Sage Peterson. Peterson trying to play it back, but position again. That time went to Regis. As Leah Pearson hits the floor. Bird hits open spot. Tap. Trying to get into Barthel, and a bit too far. Oh, that was close. Barthel doing everything she had to leap over Roach and just missed. For both players, it could have been a very dangerous play. Pinter gets it to Tap, but that's going to be Knocked down and now sent all the way through on a couple of hops. Will be chased down, picked up by Roach. Again, very physical game. We've seen 2 fouls called, both on Amherst, and both were very well-deserved calls. Tap with the header. Over to Schulfer, trying to get it free, but that's cleared out. Now back to Leah Peterson. Little fancy move. Now Tap trying to get free over to the right side. That's going to be cleared off of a knee and out of bounds. Throw in Falcons. We have the final 10 minutes here of the first half. Knocked into Leah Peterson. To an open spot, but too far, looking for her sister, and that's going to be going the other way. Falcons trying at the very worst, keep it at 1. Maybe trying to get that equalizer here late in the first half. Trying to get it through to Barthel. She'll slow it down. Back to Pinter. High shot, looping up. And too far in the back of the net, but the outside of the net. So we'll get another goal kick as we approach the 31-minute mark. And stay tuned. We'll be here next week, a couple of games for Falcon soccer. Thursday, Friday next week. There's one knocked down by Pinter after the goal kick. Jenna able to keep control. Trying to send it across. Goes behind Schofer, but she'll slow things down. Plays it back to Tap. Tap tripped up. No whistle. And there it is. That time they'll call the foul on Allison Hagg. And we'll get a free kick for the Falcons. A big chance here. Be taken by Alyssa Tap. The question is she going to, and they're very much Regis, be ready. Tap. Getting lined up. Shot. Just high. Trying to go to the corner, and we'll get another goal kick with 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. And Falcons starting to get some more possession time, looking a lot sharper here in these last 15 or so minutes. But you expect with the very clear 2 and 3 teams in this conference going head-to-head for second place, that it's going to be a game like it's going to be low scoring, it's going to be competitive all the way till the end. Locked down, Cullinan. Keeping it free. That's deflected over to Pinter. Jenna trying to hit Barthel, but it's a little bit too far. Played back to Omernick. Over to Wall. Sliding it over to Pinter. And across, Leah Peterson. Now Barthel. Trying to get the open spots. Peterson, box off it. She'll chase it back down. It's going to roll out of bounds. Who's he going to go to? Regis. Going to race there with Rowan Webster. 7 minutes remaining here in the half. We're in the 34th minute. They'll roll toward the side of that. Scooped up there by Roach. Knocked down there by Peterson. Slowed down. Tap. She'll pop it over toward the right side. Trying to get Sage Peterson free. Too far out of bounds. And we'll get a quick sub in for Regis. Yeah, Samantha Schaefer back in for Ridenour. Another one knocked out of bounds to Regis. 34 minutes gone by. Throw in, kept, and just out of bounds up the far side, and just slowly working their way down the field. Get another one popped up and over. Adams was boxed out Barthel and then cleared back out. It would go to the Falcons. As we'll get a new soccer ball as that one went over the fence. And the ball boy's going to have to go all the way around the field to try and go retrieve it. Off a header of Pinter toward the top of the box. Knocked down there. Cleared all the way back up and over. Peterson in a battle for it, trying to get free, and that's going to eventually be kept in play up the far side by Peterson, but Schaefer picks it off there. Now to Schrader and Pinter. Open spot on the right side, popped up and over toward the box, trying to get a run for Schofer. Barthel rolling it toward the net, and just wide. Missed it by that much. Had a really good look. Roach took a gamble and lost, but the angle just wasn't quite there, and it just missed the far side post. We'll get a goal kick with under 5 minutes to play here in the first. Spinning it up and over. Bird sends it all the way back to the middle. Peterson on the run. Leah being boxed off by Allison Hagg, and that's going to be knocked through to Schrader. Schrader trying to get it to Schaefer. Also on that far side, number 14, Grace Market. Wall stepping up on defense there. Schrader, and then Wall trying to get free. Schrader again. Schrader getting the angle, walking it up. Good help that time from Pinter. Now Bird rolling it over to Barthel. Schofer. She'll have her pass over to Tap. Tap. Trying to get it free. Barthel getting boxed out by Adams, and that'll be scooped up by Roach. That's been a fun battle. Amber Adams, the senior defender, against the senior forward Barthel for Amherst. They've been trying to box each other out, get position on each other for most of this half. Now in a high looping pass attempt over, knocked down there by Dylan Werchowski. Playing it over to Tap, too far over. And she gets contacted by Nia. Now on the run, Sage Peterson. Peterson to the right side of the box, looking for a cross. High shot, deflected wide, and we should set up a corner here. And we will have a corner for the Falcons with 3 minutes and change to go here in the first half. Second corner. It'll be Peterson to take it. Looking for Tap. Tap slows it. Shot. Cleared out. Still loose. Top of the box. And then Regis can send it back out. Amherst again very close to getting the tying goal. Over to Wall. She'll put it on the ground. That's going to be knocked away. Now Schrader. Shoulder to shoulder with Hannah. Werchowski and Wall teaming up. Plays it back. Omernick. She'll roll it forward. Looking for an open spot to Pinter. Past the official. Looking for Tap. Right side, Sage Peterson, back to Leah. Cleared out, we're in the final 2+ minutes now. Pinter with a great job there, teaming up with Peterson. Now Leah, right back to Pinter. Trying to get a run on the left side for Paige Bird. Paige will slow it down. Toward the box, cleared out there. That one deflected by Schofer. Now stepping up. It gets passed over from Callahan to Schrader. Out of bounds. Regis throw in with 1:45 remaining. Amherst trying to keep this at 1. Regis looking to get a second one. Will be a backbreaker right before half. Schaefer sends it across. Good move getting by Werchowski, but a good step up there by Leah Peterson. That was off of Market. Over to Pinter. Slowed down, passing over to Tap. 80 seconds left here. Rolling over out of bounds to Regis. We'll get 3 quick Rambler subs late in the half. One minute remaining. Throw-in knocked down far side. Trying to set up a run. That's deflected by a teammate. Trying to play it through. Cleared back out. Stepping up, Peterson. Pop toward the left hash. Bird. Sends it over looking for Barthel. Cleared through. Popping over. 30 seconds left. Schofer has to go off her to Regis. Final 20 seconds. Regis taking their time. 10 seconds. Knocked down and out. 5 seconds. And that should just wrap this one up for the first half. And that will be your first 40. We have played one half, and it has lived up to what these two teams are capable of. Your score after 40, it is Regis 1, Amherst 0. Again, stay tuned. We'll have a few of our great sponsors. I'll break down what we saw in the first half when we return. So you're watching Falcon Soccer on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
When you want to win games, you look for an expert. Here's two-time national champion, Coach Jack Bennett.
I may know a few things about basketball, but I'm a rookie when it comes to vehicles. I trust the team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers to call those shots. They're professionals. Remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Go with the winning team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates, and our outcomes are much better.
We're through one half here from Heartland Farms Field. Your score after 40 minutes, again, it is 1-0 in favor of the Regis Ramblers. They scored that goal just over 2 minutes in, 2:15, the time of the goal from Annabelle Schrader. As Regis struck early and then they held on. Amherst got some great possession the last 20 minutes or so of the half. Controlled it very well. And got some good looks, but good recoveries from both teams defensively. A couple good looks and some good saves from Tessa Roach. And Regis so far clinging to that 1-goal lead through the first 40. Again, Mike Wellen here with Katie Lecton on production this afternoon. Mid to high 80s still currently as we have about 6.5 minutes left. Again, taking a look at this battle. Again, the battle for second place in the conference. Regis at 8-2 overall in conference. Amherst at 7-2. Amherst again trying to keep a chance of their conference hopes alive with a win here. Regis pretty much out of it unless they get a couple of losses from Assumption. After the Royals swept them, Amherst though can keep their hopes alive with a win and then a chance to maybe split with the Royals next Friday night. And you can find that here on Zaleski Sports. But this is going to be an interesting one as Regis seems to have disappeared from their bench for now. They're finding some shade. Amherst staying right by their bench in the sun. Coach Speed's giving his halftime instructions to his squad as they try and come back from this one. Again, they've been very good on this field, but those haven't faced a team like Regis on this field yet this year. And the Ramblers gave them everything they could handle in that first 40, but Amherst usually a pretty good second half team. We'll see how they bounce back. They should start with it when play does resume in the second half of play. So that being said, we're going to step aside for just a little bit one more time. When we return, we'll get you guys ready for the second half of Amherst Falcon soccer right here on Zaleski Sports.
Rustic Redefined is the area's boutique clothing store for women and children. You'll find a personalized shopping experience with unique and trendy styles to choose from. Rustic Redefined specializes in affordable clothes and accessories with red carpet service. Find your individual style at Rustic Redefined on 8th Street South in Wisconsin Rapids and Rustic Redefined on Facebook.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
I really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Need incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 1, 2, 3 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 1, 2, 3 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
Final minute of halftime here from Heartland Farms Field. Again, a 1-0 lead for the Amherst Falcons, or for Regis, I should say, over Amherst. Some wishful thinking on my part, and I'm also looking at the Brewer scorers. They're up 1-0 over Miami. But as we approach this one, still waiting for Regis as they'll make their way out from under the bleachers. As we get set for the second half. A few more clouds rolling over, starting to get a little less sunshine coming through, and that should be very helpful for both teams as we get set for the second half. Again, Amherst primarily a very good team to start the second half of games, so we'll see how they handle it here as we approach the 6 o'clock hour. 87 degrees still. Again, day 2 of 3 consecutive days of Amherst athletics. I was over on the ball diamond yesterday. I'll be in Rosholt tomorrow for baseball. And we'll be back here next week for plenty more, including a couple of big soccer matches, including that big one against the Royals at the end of next week. But for right now, business at hand for the Falcons, trying to come back. Down 1 again. Regis scored just 2:15 in from sophomore Annabelle Schrader. As we'll flip sides, Amherst will go right to left. Sorry, Amherst will go left to right looking at your screen. Regis right to left. And we'll see how Amherst handles it. They did not make it a single substitution that entire first half. So we'll see if they bring in a few fresh legs if they need to late in the half. Like Amherst, usually the superior team cardio-wise for most of their games this year, especially on this field, as the Falcons will start with it. Be played in by Barthel. And that front line was Schulfer, your mids, the Petersons, Tapp, Pinter, Bird. Back line, Wall, Omernick, Wierchowski, and Miller in net. To that left hash, Schulfer plays it back over to Jenna Pinter. Now Bird. Over to Tapp. Trying to slide it through to Barthel, but knocked down there. Leah Peterson. She stepped on it, plays it back to Dylan Wierchowski. Trying to go over to the right side. That's deflected. Knocked down there. Wierchowski stepping up. Regis will send it back through to Omernick. Jen playing it toward that side a little bit too far, and then just fired all the way down by the Ramblers toward the far side and out. As we're going to reset the clock. .40 55 will be the time on the clock. And now we're back. So throw in goes over to Tapp, and it's off of her forehead and out of bounds, right in front of the Rambler bench. And we'll get a whistle, and looks like a potential handball on, or a foul on the Falcons. So we'll get a free kick here. Again, a big spot here for the Falcon defenders. Regis on that sideline. And that's blocked by Tapp and Leah Peterson. But Regis gets it back, top of the box. Schrader blocked by Omernick. Tapp can't quite handle it, but stepping forward, Leah Peterson using her speed over to the left side. Bird can't keep it in, and she'll stumble to the ground and pick herself back up. Throw in for the Ramblers. 42 minutes in. Another one deflected out, right back to Regis. Over to Schaefer. Goes through. Omernick slows it down. And she'll just fire it out. Let the Falcons defense reset with a throw-in. Toward the box. Wall off her shoulder. Peterson trying to tip it through. That one blocked. Still loose in the box. Omernick sends it out toward the left side. And Bird. Page being bodied off the ball, and it rolls out and back to Regis. That was Schaefer. Just rolls up the far side over to Wall. And trying to send it forward, picked off there by Schrader. She's on the run. Getting free toward that right side. Looking for a cross. Amherst slows it down. Wierchowski will just pop it over, tap. Has it take an odd bounce and then just clear over toward the side. Tap is going to get called for the foul. And there's a rambler down. And whereas she is face down on the ground, looks like that's number 13. That's Callahan, so we're going to step aside. Clock's going to stop. We'll step aside as well. It's 1-0 Regis. Second half of Falcon Soccer on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
It's a free kick after the foul. Callahan off. She'll get her breath back. I think it looks like she may have just gotten the wind knocked out. Free kick toward the top of the box. Schaefer and Wall teaming up there. And Wall knocks it free, but right back to Samantha Schaefer. Toward the sideline and out. It's going to go to the Falcons. And Falcons done a really good job defending the free kicks they've had to give up. Throw in Tap and Schrader, and Tap will just send it forward to Barthel. Stepping up, though, is Adams. Amherst faithful wanting one, and Tap evades the defender. She'll walk it up, looking towards Schulfer. And Roach will come to a stop and force Alexa to jump over. And the goal kick launched back to center. Peterson takes a big hit that time from Ridenour. And you can hear the grumbling from the Amherst faithful. Wierchowski battling with Schrader. Schrader trying to roll it through. Miller's going to have to step up, and she'll scoop it up. And she, on the second try, she'll scoop it up. .45 minutes in, the goal kick goes toward the far sideline, and it's going to skip all the way through and out. And that timed pretty well with the 45-minute buzzer going off, as it was a throw-in either way. Throw in. Up that far side and knocked down. Right on the Regis sideline, and it's off of Regis into their bench. Throw in. And that's going to roll, pop toward the bench out of bounds. Stays with the Falcons. We'll get our first sub of the day for Amherst, and Barthel's going to get a break. Looks like Mia Cope. Bird will move to forward. Pops over and just sent back toward the far side. Still in play. Hannah Wall trying to slow it down. She can't do it. It's out of bounds, but she doesn't touch it. It stays with the Falcons. Throw in. Tipped over by Pinter. And knocked out by Cope. So throw in for Regis going the other way now. Wall stepping through. Step up, make the play. That one knocked out, but right back to center, right into Regis. Good defense there. Sage Pearson with a nice move to get by Schaefer. Trying to get tapped, but it goes to the wrong side. And then just popped back out near side, out of bounds. Throw in. Sage just pass it over to Leah. She'll just get over off the header. Stopped there by Page. Bird gets free. Trying to get it into the box. She does. Schofer to her right foot. Stop and start. Sending it across. Stepping up is Regis. Tap, though, stops it. Popped back up. Peterson will head it back to Omernick. Jen sends it off to the left side, over to Pinter. Plays it back. Wall launching it off the header of Adams. Knocked down by Sage. Peterson turning up the sideline, getting boxed out off there. And that's going to be off of Peterson. And a throw in for Regis. Albright was able to knock it out, but knocked it off of Peterson, who was standing out of bounds. And Leah gets tripped up. Schrader over toward the box. Miller's going to have to step up, and she'll scoop it up. Sage Peterson on the near side. That's going to be deflected out of bounds off of Albright. Dylan Warchowski gets it over to Leah Peterson, right back to Dylan. And then her attempt goes out of bounds. We'll get a throw in for the Ramblers. No, it's Amherst. Thought they were pointing toward Regis. That one deflected and then sent across. Bird. Her pass deflected. Is going to take a big-time spin and roll out. Falcon throwing. Warchowski gets it over to Leah. She'll step on it to stop it. Over to Tap. Alyssa takes some contact. Will try and bring it across, trying to cross it into the box. Bird knocked down. Cleared back wide. Trying to step up. Oh, bounces over Leah Peterson. Warchowski have to try and step up. She can't. But Omernick now on the run. Schrader. Could be a 2-on-1. Wall trying to cut off the angle. Hannah has a back off her foot. Shot blocked by Wall. Great recovery from Omernick and Wall. And it'll be played out far side and out. Throw in for Regis, but the Falcons dodge one there for now. Omernick will step up, play it over to Hag. Bird walking it up, trying to get look on the left side, using her speed, being bodied off on the sideline by Cullinan. That one's going to be blocked. Schofer with a look, high loop, and just wide. Peterson, tough angle off the side of the nets, but it's going to be a corner as deflected by Regis. Regis setting up for a goal kick. They're saying it was deflected by Regis. Regis doesn't believe it. And we'll get a corner. Sage Peterson will take it. 50.5 minutes gone by. We're under 30 to go. Tap jockeying for position. Going to the far post. That's headed back out, top of the box. Pinter will chase it back down and let it roll out. That has been quite the battle. Ridnour and Tap now. We saw with Adams and Barthel in the first half. Peterson has it deflect over to Bird. Some shin guards colliding. And we got a whistle on a foul on the Falcons. Called on Bird. 51.5 gone by. 1-0 Regis. Again, that was just 2 minutes into the game. Since then, Amherst has probably gotten some of the better looks and more of them. But Regis, when they get theirs, they get very dangerous. And Amherst having to show quick recovery speed to get back. Now Cope, left side. Double team. Cullinan knocks it out of bounds. Falcon ball. And we'll see when they bring back Barthel. Looks like clearly Llewellyn starting to stretch out as well. Tap over to Pinter. That one knocked down. Tap just getting her hand out of the way. Falcon throwing. Throwing into Pinter, back to Wall. Hannah passes it on the ground. Plays back. Stopped there by Schaefer. Trying to get over to the side. And it's there it is. On the run. Callahan back in. Getting body position where Chowski, though, knocks it down over toward the goal line. Out of bounds. We'll get a... looks like a goal kick now for the Falcons. As we'll get a sub in now. Bird will head off. Tap will get it over to Pinter. Is Magdalena Lisberger out there, number 20. Schrader trying to get over to Schaefer, too far, out of bounds. Throwing for the Falcons, going the other way, and as they do that, a quick reminder as well from our friends at Spectrum Benefit Solutions, as they've got offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. They work with hundreds of clients to help you attract and retain the best employees. So find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Dangerous chance was cleared back out, but now Regis trying to get it back in. Amherst putting some backspin on. Hag, shot goes wide. It'll roll past the goal line. We'll get a Falcon goal kick. The Falcons have just made a couple of subs today, but a lot of their players have played all 54-plus minutes so far. And then a lot of those have been very high energy minutes, trying to get back defensively when Regis has gone on the counterattack. There's one knocked down. Over to Schrader. Trying to pass it across. Knocked down there. Pass across, looking for Lisberger, plays it over. Callahan. High, way up, and onto the youth fields. We'll get a goal kick. We're going to wait for a new ball, and as we do that, we're going to take a quick 30-second timeout on Zaleski Sports.
Whitetail Lanes is your fun headquarters in central Wisconsin. We offer a clean, family-friendly environment. Whether you come to bowl, eat, visit our pro shop, or just hang out, we'll show you what customer service is all about. We pride ourselves on serving excellent food at reasonable prices. Try our Friday night fish fry, or come out on Saturdays for our delicious homemade pizza cooked in our new stone ovens. Book us for your next party or event. Once you've been here, we know you'll be back. Whitetail Lanes, just north of Amherst Junction on Q.
It's going to roll all the way back toward the near sideline, where Chowski trying to keep it in place. She does, but it's going to be headed out of bounds. It'll belong to the Falcons after the goal kick, as it looks like Barthel will be in next time Amherst gets possession out of bounds. Tap, and again a big-time battle over there. As now the Petersons trying to step it across. Now play it through, looking for Schrader. Amherst will step up. Sends it over to Lisberger. Just past the official, and then just launched all the way back down. That'll roll toward the goal box, scooped up by Miller. Again, Tap and Ridenour really shouldering back and forth. Looking back, Wall trying to step up. It gets popped up by Callahan. But Hannah, using her frame, gets free. Rolling it up to the far side, popped up and back over. Amherst chasing it down now. Then Schaefer fires it back. It's going to roll with a ton of backspin out of bounds, past the goal line, goal kick, and here comes Barthel back in the game. So 23 minutes left. Barthel back out there with Schulfer. And Falcons looking for that equalizer, down 1-0. It's been that way since the 2:15 mark back in the first half. Sage Peterson trying to send free, looking for Schulfer, battling with Adams. Still loose, Schulfer. Passing over to Peterson, gets a shoulder off, but Sage will get possession and play toward Leah. Leah trying to one-time it, not there. Still loose now, looking for a cross. High, save made. Roach just gets a piece and knocks it down. Potential game-saving play there by the freshman. Then her goal kick goes out of bounds and into the bleachers. Popped up toward the Falcon bench, goes the other way. .58 minutes in, 22 to go. Wall trying to free Lily Barthel. Barthel using body position, try and step through. She does. Passing over to Tap. Tap, stop, shot, blocked. Knocked down, popped over to Pinter. Jenna will slow it down, plays it over to Lisberger. She'll slow it down with the right foot, sends it over. Barthel trying to go to an open spot. There's nobody there. Tap throws a shoulder in. To the cheers of the crowd is going to be low out of bounds. Last touch by Leah Peterson. It'll go to Regis. Again, this game extremely physical. We've seen a few fouls called, but not as many as you would expect for how physical this game has. High shot looking for the far post. And Sage will overshoot it. We'll get a goal kick. And Falcons getting looks. They just can't quite solve this Regis defensive puzzle. And then back behind that, Tessa Roach. Roach made a couple of grade A saves. Regis just hanging on right now. Amherst playing a little more aggressive, trying to step up. That one popped over, stopped by Wall, battling with Schaefer. Samantha Schaefer trying to send it forward to the far side, stepping up, and then popped over by Omernick. But that's going to go out. And we're going to get the mandatory water timeout as well. So that being said, we're going to step aside. We're going to hear a word from our friend Dr. Dillman here on Zaleski Sports.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
Need incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 1, 2, 3 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 1, 2, 3 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
61 plus minutes gone by, 1-0 Regis leads. Again, that goal at 2:15 by sophomore Annabelle Schrader. Since then, Amherst has been getting some of the better looks, but both teams have shown good defensive recovery, and Regis has been able to hang on. A couple big saves as well from Tessa Roach. Man, it looks like the trainers are looking at Leah Peterson. Could have been just some scrapes and get everything patched up. Every day we have the second half, again, break for hydration. And both teams have played most of their players the duration of this game. Very few subs. I think Amherst has made 2 or 3. They've only brought in 2 subs. And then the third one was bringing Barthel back in there. On the other side, this break, well, good for the players. Also for the Falcon and Coach Spees, probably not ideal. They had some momentum and the clock continuing to run during it. There's now less than 18 minutes to play for the Falcons to try and get that equalizing goal. And once again, second of 3 consecutive days of Amherst sports for you guys. And also a busy week next week. And take a look at 4 of the Falcons. Just in general, will be on the softball diamond next week against Shiocton. They'll play host. And Thursday and Friday, we'll be here for Merrill coming to town for soccer. And then the big one, Assumption, next Friday night. Right here. So we get set for this one. Amherst and Miller trying to fire each other up. How will the Falcons' endurance hold? Looking for win number 12. Win number 8 in conference play would put them in second place. It'll be a Regis throw-in when we resume. Netminders back to their goal lines, and we're back. Throw-in. Goes through. Wall trying to step through with Schaefer. Boxed out there by Schaefer. Out of bounds. Falcon throwing. Throwing knocked down by Bird back in. Played over to Amernick. Jen trying to step through. Turns it over. Callahan on the run. Leah Pearson trying to chase it down. Leah with the recovery. And out of bounds. That is one thing that is going to help Regis, though. Regis is the bigger team. And probably the stronger team. Amherst, though, looks like to be a little bit faster. So tipped across to Bird on the left side. At the very least, when it comes to Amherst's defense and Regis's forwards. Tap. Trying to roll it through. That's knocked down, but gets through. Sage Peterson. We'll let it get to her right foot. She'll try and turn the corner. Ridnour trying to find Schrader too far. Pinter has it go a little bit too far as well. That's knocked down by Albright. Popped up and over. Cullinan took down, looks like right off the solar plexus. She was doubled over for a second, knocked the wind out. Amernick trying to chase it down. It was Schaefer rolling toward the sideline and out. Regis throwing, 15 minutes left. So out of the stoppage, looks like Regis getting a little bit extra jump, a little bit of second wind. And Amernick will just roll it toward the goal line and out. We're going to get a corner for Regis. And here's a must stop for the Falcons. Corner. Looking for that far post, looking for a header, high up in the air and over. We'll get a Falcon goal kick. As Ella Miller was going to hop over and grab it, and she will do just that. So Tap's going to take the goal kick with 14 minutes left. Falcons, they've stopped 4 free kicks. They've stopped a corner, trying to get that tying goal. A lot of backspin on that one. Takes a bounce into the shins. Now Schrader to her left. Looking for a cross, knocked down by Amernick. Top of the box. Schaefer sends it over to the right. Off a header, knocked down Wall. Cleared over to the sideline. Albright rolling it through. Miller's going to just clear it out. Played back, popped up by Rowan Webster. Peterson goes down. Into the box. Now Schrader. trying to spin left. Wierchowski trying to get there, looking for a cross, shot just wide. It'll go out. We'll get a goal kick. That did miss by much, going far post. As Leah Pearson says, enough with this bandage wrap. It was falling off. She throws it to the goal line. Goal kick taken quick by Tapp. That's going to be knocked down by Hag. Soft touch pass to the right side, looking to get it through. Be chased down and scooped up by Miller. Miller's been solid in net. She'll punt it away toward center field, or towards midfield, I should say. That one takes a bad bounce over everybody. Ridnour. Give and go, trying to get by Wierchowski. Where Dylan gets the angle. And diving play, Miller. They collide. Looks like both players are all right. 12 minutes left. Settled down by Sage. Pearson trying to get it through to Tapp. Not there. Adams will fire it back over. Looking for Ridnour. And Miller will get there. Take a little bit of contact, and Ella's down. Miller is down, holding her right knee. We'll stop the clock, and we'll step aside. We have 12.
And design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and
when you want to win games, you look for an expert. Here's two-time national champion, Coach Jack Bennett.
I may know a few things about basketball, but I'm a rookie when it comes to vehicles. I trust the team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers to call those shots. They're professionals. Remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Go with the winning team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers.
Ella Miller being helped off, gingerly walking on her own power. Her gloves are off. Coach Spees and the training staff with her. In a very dangerous play. Crowd wanted a foul. I thought there was going to be one called. There was a collision in the box between Ridnour and Miller. But Ella, right now, walking on her own power, taking some ginger steps as we're going to have a change net. Hannah Wall will now step in and be your goalkeeper. 68-21 gone by. As we'll get set to resume play, we'll see who takes your spot defensively. And who is in? As it's going to be Bertha Vertigauer. And on the back line, so Wall in net. And after the injury to Miller, again, they're looking at her right knee. As when she landed, there was some contact, and her leg buckled, and she immediately went down grabbing that right knee as we're back underway. Wall will pop it over, knocked down there by Albright. Tap, has it bounce off of her and out. Throw in for Regis. Amherst trying to make that comeback. They're going to have to do it without their goaltender. Wierchowski, as it popped up, it goes absolutely nowhere. Now Omernick stepping up off of her shin and out. And taking a couple of bad bounces that time for the Falcons. Throw in Regis. Amherst. Survival mode now. Trying to keep it at 1. Get a chance to get a counterattack for that tying. For that game tying. Back. to Webster. She'll send it over. Bird sends it across to Leah Peterson on the left side. Leah has her pass deflected. Tap. Draws a lot of contact from Albright. And Leah Peterson gets pushed down. There's going to be a foul on Albright. Free kick for Amherst. 50-yard shot for Tap. Going toward that right side. Deflected back, top of the box. They'll send it across hash to hash. Schrader, using her speed. She's definitely the fastest player for Regis. Now Schaefer, Amherst trying to chase it down. Rolling toward the side. Wall just sends it way out. And that one's going to the school. So it'll be a throw-in for Regis. I was kind of expecting Hannah to just pick that one up. Again, you're not your usual netminder, as Miller is back at center, at midfield. She's going to be coming back in. That's a huge break for the Falcons. As again, a ton of contact. Paige Bird comes out with the ball. Her pass, not enough on it. Knocked down there. Schrader. Vertigauer beat around the corner. Shot. And tipped over by Wall. So Wall using every bit of that 6-1 frame. We'll get a corner for Regis with 9 minutes remaining. It'll be taken by Ridnour. Couple of hops, still loose. Shot deflected. And into the net. Goal for Regis at 71-15. That's a back-breaking tally for the Ramblers.
Goal for the Regis Ramblers.
So it's 2-0 Regis. With 8:45 to play, Falcons now desperation mode. They got to score quickly. As Miller will jog back in there. She looks like she's going to be all right. Wall out. Probably going to get set to go back in defensively as we get next time they get possession. Barthel plays it back to Tap. And Falcons got 8 minutes. They need 2. Trying to get it over to Sage Pearson on the run, right side. Sage being guarded by Webster, out of bounds. Throw in Falcons. Peterson to the box, Tap. Rolling toward the net, couple of hops, short hop picked up by Roach. So we'll be punted away as waiting to see official confirmation on the goal. Either way, Regis with that 2-0 lead, 8 minutes to go. Throw in far sideline. Of course, stay tuned. Following the game today, we'll have your Nacyville Dairy post-game show. We'll talk to Coach Spies, get his thoughts on this one. Amherst. Leah Pearson. Out of bounds, throw in Falcons. Leah launches it up the right sideline, looking to get to Barthel. Lily keeping it in play, looking for a cross. Still loose, battling with Adams. Adams just tips it back. Clock runs. Barthel slows it down, still loose. Lily trying to send it across with the left foot. Slow down Schofer. Shot blocked. Cleared back out. Back to Leah Peterson. Plays it over to Sage. Looking for a cross. Sage. Low. Scooped up by Roach. Off the right shoulder of Tap. Barthel trying to get through with the left foot. Still bobbling around. Sage Peterson. Plays it over. Tap. Trying to roll over to Barthel. Lily. Left foot. Blocked. Lily still has it. Trying to step through 3 Rambler defenders. Stepping in. That's going to roll wide and out. We'll get a throw in with less than 7 to go. Throw goes back to Tap. Alyssa has it knocked down. Schrader battling with her. Bird trying to get it free. Just roll all the way back to Bertha Vertigauer. Now Bird, Page, has her pocket picked by Schrader. Just roll all the way down. Amernick will stop it, then she bobbles it. Trying to keep it in play. She cannot. Throw in. Bird battling with Schrader. Page. Battling with Schrader. Schrader showing good closing speed there. Page goes down. Now Schrader has it. Regis just running time at this point with 5:45 remaining. Leah Pearson stepping up. She'll launch over the top. Looking for Schofer. Too far. And cleared back out again. That's missed by Leah Peterson. Amernick stepping up. And you hear Coach Hoffman saying that's fine. As we'll get Wall checking back in. For Bird. And Page a little hobbled heading off the field. Played over. Tap. She has a miss hit. It's going to spin all the way across. We'll get a throw in with less than 5 to go. Breeze looking for what would be the final one. That's going to be knocked out. Throw in Falcons. Falcons got to go quick. 4.5 to play. They need 2. Wierchowski knocked down there by Albright. Stepping up. Leah Peterson's there. Over to Barthel. Lily. She's walking it up. Trying to get it toward the net. Schofer has a deflect. Alexa looking for a shot. It's going to go wide. And off of Schofer, it's a goal kick. Roach taking her time, settling it down, under 4 to go. Rolled through, popped up there. Wall. Wierchowski trying to step it through, too far. Albright just fires it over the top. Amernick will chase it down. 3.5. She misplays it. No, Schaefer. But chased down by Dylan Wierchowski, trying to get it across over to Ridenour. To Schrader. To the right side. Shot off the football goalpost, the American football goalpost. Set up a goal kick with 3 minutes to go. I think that last goal is going to go to Schrader as well. I think she might have them both. Now Tap, trying to get it free, knocked down there by Webster. Tap gets tripped up and a foul called on Albright. We got a free kick with 2.5 to go. Tap, line drive, knocked down there by Haig. Trying to step through, taken by Schrader. Schrader trying to get the angle, she does, but then stepping up, Amernick pops it up over toward the far sideline. Schofer battling for it. Good move over to Wall. Amherst. Again, they've got to get one right here. Hannah has her shot attempt deflected. Tap, slowing things down. Takes a bump from Ridenour. Over to the right side. Too far for Sage Pearson, but then it's kicked out of bounds. Throw in for the Falcons. Minute 45 remaining. Over to Wierchowski. Dylan. Over to Peterson. Leah. Trying to get through to Sage. Cross. popped off the crossbar. We'll get a corner for the Falcons. And that one almost a little bit being too cute. Falcons, at this point, you just want to start peppering the net. Well, I thought Leah might have had a lane. But now Sage will take the corner. Low, knocked down, top of the box, cleared back out, chasing it down. Wierchowski plays it over. That one blocked by Schaefer. Rolled all the way through, knocked down there by Schaefer. Gets by Vertigauer. 1 minute remaining. Regis, again, now there's walking it forward, taking their time. Amernick battling with Schaefer. Schaefer has to deflect off of her, but it's going to go to Regis. 50 seconds. After the throw-in, Ridnour's got a chance. Shots, and it's been the back of the net with 30 seconds left. Lexi Ridnour at 79-31 makes it 3-0. And that will just about do it. 29 seconds left. 3-0 Regis. And it looks like it's going to be the Ramblers in sole control of second place in this conference. And it looks like most likely your top three in order in this conference will be Assumption, will win the conference, then Regis, and then the Falcons. We're back underway. Trying to get a run just to break the shutout. Sage Peterson will pull up and Roach will launch it toward the bathrooms. 15 seconds left. Leah throwing it in. Over to Barthel. Plays it back to Tap. Again, a ton of contact over to Peterson. Final 10 seconds now. Ridnour rolling it over to Sage. Sage looking for a low shot. Picked up. And that is it. This one is over. Your final score, it was the Regis Ramblers 3, the Amherst Falcons nothing. Stay tuned. We've got your Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up next. Get those fresh cheese curds made daily. You can head to Marshfield. You can head to Curtis. And also head to NasonvilleDairy.com today. I'm going to head down to the field, and we'll hopefully get a chance to talk with Coach Spies and get his thoughts on this one as the Falcons drop this one 3-0 to the Ramblers in this battle for second place in the Midwestern Wisconsin Conference on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come in from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Back here from Heartland Farms Field, it was a close one all the way through. Do not let the final score fool you. 3-0 Regis wins, but for the better part of 70 minutes, it was 1-0. The score 2:15 in from Schrader gave him the edge. Amherst got plenty of good looks. Roach stood strong. The defense recovered very well for the Ramblers. Falcons dropped this one. A couple of late goals, a potential own goal tapped in by Schrader, and then Ridnour wrapped it up with 30 seconds left. As Coach Speed's talking with his team, we're going to try and get him in just a couple of moments as the Falcons drop to 11-3 overall, 7-3 in conference play, pretty much locked into third place now. As it looks like it'll be Regis 2, Amherst 3, and Assumption may have clinched with the win tonight. That being said, again, 3-0 your final here on your Nason Missouri post-game show. Shots pretty much were controlled by the Falcons, but the injury to Miller, a couple of stoppages for hydration kind of stem momentum the Falcons were getting, and they never quite bounced back. Falcons were better the longer a run got, the longer a game got, and it just seemed like all the different stoppages kind of slowed them down. But that being said, we're going to take one more quick break. We're going to try and get Coach Spees out here, and we'll be right back with more of your Nason Missouri post-game show as the Regis Ramblers take down the Amherst Falcons 3-0 in soccer here on Heartland Farms Field and on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family-owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
Don't let pain or mobility issues keep you from enjoying life. Let our physical therapy doctors and our staff at Roberts Physical Therapy help you recover your ability to move easily and live free of aches and pains, providing effective individual treatment plans. Whether you're experiencing problems with balance and mobility, you're experiencing pain in your low back, or you're dealing with any other physical challenges, we'll take care of you. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
Back here with our Nasonville Dairy postgame show with Coach Spees and Coach. You could tell these are 2 of the 3 best teams in the conference. This was quite the battle, especially for that first 70 minutes. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, we fought hard. I think the biggest thing we found out this week is we probably reached our peak on soccer. This was our 4th game in 5 days, so our girls lost a little energy. We're down with some injuries now. That's what happens in the mid to late season. We just got to tough it out.
And when you talk about that kind of stuff, so many games canceled in April, had to make those ones up now, especially conference games. And you said the fatigue kind of showed, and we had the 2 breaks during the first and second half for water and everything. It seemed like you guys were getting momentum. That happened, and it seems like out of the break you kind of lost that a little bit.
Yeah, actually, out of the first water break in the first half, we came out and I felt we dominated possession for the whole 20 minutes of the first half, the final 20 minutes. But the second half, we just couldn't get it clicking again, and they definitely did a great job. You saw them stack the defense kind of every time we were down there attacking. They kept 4 girls. They were double teaming our 2 forwards, so we weren't going to get anything breaking away. You know, once they got that 1 goal lead early in the game, they were able to protect it.
And talk about your defense a little bit. I know they got that goal early, but after that, you had so many recoveries from Hannah, from Jen, and Leah going back as well. The defense, despite this being a 3-0 game, this was really a 1-0 game.
Yeah. I mean, the final 10 minutes there, we were just tired. You know, you start losing. You're trying so hard all game long, and you know sometimes the emotions just you finally collapse a little bit. But yes, credit to our defense. We were playing incredible there for quite a while, and then the keeper got hurt, Ella, near the end, late there. I know that took a little wind out of our sails, having to adjust. You know, I just had a couple extra subs on the sideline that are, you know, it was just tough to make things work out this evening. So.
And now you get a couple of days off. We'll be back with you guys. You have home games late next week again. But what are you going to try and have the girls just get their mind away from soccer for a little bit before play resumes?
When you say a couple days off, we're actually in a tournament tomorrow. So I don't know how we're going to do there because I don't even know if I got enough girls going. But you can't back out of a obligation at this point in time. So we're going to go there, and we're just going to take them as who can play and have fun rather than, you know, final scores of whatever happens tomorrow. So tomorrow's just going to be a let's rest and have some fun soccer instead of intense like tonight was. So
absolutely. Well, Coach, again, best of luck down the road. We'll see you next week. We'll be here for both games against Merrill and against the Assumption game on Friday night. Right. So again, heal up, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
There's Coach Spees for the Amherst Falcons. Falcons drop a heartbreaker tonight. 3-0. Regis gets the win. Again, it was really 1-0 through the first 71 minutes, and then a couple goals late made your final score what it was. Falcons dropped to 11-3 overall against 7-3 conference play. Regis gets to 9-6 or 10-6, I think actually, and 9-2 overall. So that being said, we're going to say so long from Heartland Farms Fielding, and stay tuned. We'll have highlights coming forward later on this evening on Zaleski Sports Wisconsin. We'll get everything that happened in this one, as well as Coach Speeds' comments on there as well. So for Katie Lecton, this is Mike Wellen saying so long. This has been your Nasonville Dairy post-game show live from Heartland Farms Field. One more time, your final score in Midwestern Conference Soccer. It was the Regis Ramblers 3, the Amherst Falcons 0. From all of us here at Zaleski Sports, stay cool, stay safe, and we'll talk to you next time for more Falcon soccer on Zaleski Sports. Good night, everybody.